Good morning, everybody. You would not believe how hard it's been to find a decent signal. Tell you what, it's been really hard. And it's humid, so please excuse the condensation. Goodness, and it's trying to reconnect. Oh my goodness. All kinds of signal issues this morning. Good morning. So let me move over here. Okay, trying one more time. Good morning. Signal issues. Having a hard time connecting this morning. That's very interesting. So, happy Friday. I hope you're having a great cup of coffee this morning. I'm going to go ahead and jump right in while we've got some signal happening here. I was going to be real with you again. You know, the last 2 weeks we've been talking about fighting stance and where we are in the OODA loop and not staying on observe, not letting the enemy keep us, shocked and in a place of non-action. We've been talking about that for 2 weeks now, and and I was like, yeah, that's good. Good morning. It's good. I'm gonna stay on act and not let the enemy throw me back, and not let anything throw me back. And well, then along came this week. So, started off good. It's like, yeah, I'm ready to act. I'm ready to take my place and not let him get to me and not let circumstances get to me. And well, then by Wednesday, I think I'd hit a low I've never hit in my life. So it was ugly, y'all. It was ugly for a little while. I thought, I don't even know what to do with this. So the best I can do is keep my mouth shut. Because you go through everything that's going on in our nation, and then you end up getting into people around you going through stuff. And then when something starts going after little ones, that was where, it was ugly. I can't go over all the thoughts in my head, because part of it was, do I just scream, or do I go punch something, or do I knock something over? It's just that kind of thing. It was ugly. I'm being real with you. It's real ugly. And so in the middle of all of this, as this rage is going on in my head, I call it a soul temper tantrum. As I'm going through this soul temper tantrum, in the middle of the tantrum, I just hear, watch. And I thought, I know that wasn't me. So at that, you have to you have to calm down a little bit after a tantrum. So I had to calm down, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to sit on that word. I'm going to take that, because nothing else had life in it. Nothing else was worth rehearsing. So I'm going to take that word, watch, and I'm going to do that. And then along came, by Wednesday evening, it was like, OODA loop this. You know what I'm saying? It was ugly. I'm being real with you. But then Thursday, was it Thursday? Yeah, yesterday. I was reading, I don't know if any of you have the Give Him 15 app, where it's daily prayer and devotional. And yesterday I was looking at it, and this one part really stuck out to me, and I want to read it to you. It said, I am clothing my people in garments of praise and presence, and restoring the true fear of the Lord that will displace every other fear. That already been on that track, wanting to understand the fear of the Lord, and that is not a foreign concept. But I haven't fully walked into that place yet, where I fear Him and nothing else. Fear His beautiful awe, fear of Him and what comes with that, and not the fear of death and threats and everything else going on. Then it said, praise me in the stripping, for that which has been covering you in comfort and convenience must be laid aside, to reveal an inner wellspring of life that earth can never produce, but heaven will never deny. And I felt something come off of me yesterday. After that, I thought, and it was one of those things where I thought, is this really gone? Do I really feel the relief from the fear of everything else? The fear of what's going on in this nation, the fear of what's going on in people around me, and the threats over these little ones, and that I've gotten calls about and texts about over the last week. Is the fear of that really gone? And I thought, dear God, it was a beautiful taste of the fear of the Lord and not the fear of everything else. Because there was this calmness, there was a steadfastness, if I can put it that way, that I don't know that I've ever experienced. And oh my God. So the stripping away of, and listen to this, I've been comfortable in my uncomfort. I've been comfortable in my fear of everything else and not Him. What? I mean, that one got me. Because I thought, this is a taste. Stripped of the fear of everything else and standing in the fear of the Lord. It was the most peaceful place I've ever been in my life. It was the most comforting, if you will. It was real comfort. It wasn't this false comfort that we find in fear. Isn't that crazy? In our comfort of being fearful of things, there's a comfort there, y'all, that we've been used to for years and years and years and decades. But yesterday I got to taste what it felt like to live in the fear of the Lord and not the fear of everything else. And that, I want that forever. I want that forever, for every moment, the rest of my life. That's what I want. And there's grace for it. So, if I could just extend that to you, He, in the midst of everything going on, He's stripping off unhealthy comforts. He's stripping off the places that we were never meant to live, so that the place we were meant to live can come to the forefront. Oh my goodness. So how beautiful is that? And then that took me to the realization that talking about awakening this whole time since lockdown, awakening is a process, and I've never thought about it that way either. But when you talk about the Lord stripping off unhealthy comforts, it's the word off to me has a process that we were never meant to have. Talking about this and now my phone's having a hard time connecting. I think that's funny. Like I was saying, He's stripping off conveniences and comforts we were never meant to live under. But it's a process because He's a good God. And because He is acclimating us to the new norm. It's a process, but it's happening. We're being brought into the place where we can live an abundant life if we will go through the process. This is not automatic day and night, because He's good. He's given us time to adjust to the new place. He's given us time to adjust to actually handling the weapons that He has been equipping us with this whole time. He is pulling us into a place to where we're not unsure when we get there, because we've gone through the process of being confident in Him. We've gone through the process of being confident in who He made us to be and confident in the outcome of where we're headed. So awakening is a process. It's a beautiful process, one we didn't know we needed. But if I could just give that to you today, where it's happening. We're going to see changes in all the situations around us. We're going to see a shift in this nation, unlike any of us can imagine at the moment. We're going to see shifts in our families and friends and in our little ones around us. We're going to see the miracles, if I could say that to you. Hear me. We're going to see the miracles, because we have an awesome God that is processing us into the place of the undeniable, of the what we thought was impossible being manifest. But see, if our sight is not adjusted, we won't see that impossible is actually possible. Because right now some things are stuck in the impossible category. But because of the process we are in at this moment, we're going to start to see how it's possible. That gave me chills to my toenails and made me want to throw up a little in a good way. Thank you, God. He's processing us from impossible to possible. This is the awakening, y'all. We're in it. It's happening. Take hope. Take hope. He'll do far, exceedingly beyond what we could ever think or imagine. He'll do it. He's processing us to there. And it's already happened. We're not waiting for the process. We're in it. So there. Have a good weekend and know we're in the process. We're about to see what's possible. But in the meantime, we're not going to fail. We're not going to lose everything in the meantime. We're not. Because He's a good God. And He's got it all right here. Have a good weekend, y'all. This is the process of awakening. Can't wait. It's getting gooder and gooder and gooder. Have a good weekend. Be expectant. And you know what? Let me know. Let me know how this process unfolds for you. I'll talk to you later on today.